It's a nice rainy day outside today to shoot the video and study, so let's get started with the final topic of teaching aptitude. Higher education in India and instructional facilities. I'm guessing most of you have seen this in the past year questions. These are some of the most common topics to come, and SWAYAM is all over the paper. So let's get started. There aren't a lot of things that you need to understand because these are mostly fact based. So I've loaded the slides with content so that it's easier for you to take it down if you're taking down the notes, or you can take my notes from spacerevision.com, go to community course, and subscribe to it. So let's get started. I hope you're familiar with all of this because we've gone over this multiple times and the notes as well. Now we just have the last two topics left and we're done with teaching aptitude. Once this is done, I'm not expecting anything less than 10 out of 10 here. Alright, in higher education of India, what we have to do is there are few key terms to remember, like computer based testing, and from these key terms are surrounding teaching aptitude, there are certain digital initiatives done by the government of India that you have to learn. There are a lot of other digital initiatives that we are going to tackle in ICT. So, this particular topic is not comprehensive. This particular topic has digital initiatives that is relevant to teaching aptitude. The rest is in ICT. All right. So, the first topic here, computer based testing, and this has gotten very famous, and this is how you give your exam for UGC net as well. There are of two types, fixed form CBT and adaptive CBT. So fixed form is everyone taking the test receives the same set of questions, while adaptive is the difficulty or the content of the questions adjusts based on the test taker's performance throughout the test. So if you are doing well in a particular question, let's say you get 5 question, you got 3 out of 5 correct, so the fourth one will be more difficult than the third one, and the fifth one will be more difficult than the fourth one. That's why it is adjusting according to the test taker's performance. But if you're not able to get it correct, let's say the third one was incorrect, then you'll get a easier one than the third one. While the fixed is fixed. Anyone who gets the test, it's the same irrespective of how well you're doing. So I want you to answer, guess and answer what are these. Okay? So I'm doing the answer now. I hope you've written the answer down. You can pause the video for some time. UGC net, it's fixed form. It's the same set of questions for everyone. It's randomly assorted but same. GRE, it is adaptive because it changes according to how well you're doing it. SATs, again, it adapts according to the test taker's performance. CAT, it is fixed. GMAT, adaptive. UPSC, again, it is fixed. Same set of questions. NCRT, that means board exams, again, fixed. Alright, so I hope you got this correct. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So let's move on. These are the few key terms that you have to remember. There were a few questions around 2014, 2016, but not quite a lot around in the last couple of years, but still a very important terms to know. What is curriculum framework, what is curriculum, and what is syllabus? So let's go over them quickly. Curriculum framework, this is a plan that outlines what an educational institute must provide to students to achieve educational goal for both individuals and society. Curriculum, it encompasses all planned activities designed to facilitate learning and meet educational objectives, including subject content, teaching method, and evaluation. Next, we have syllabus. It provides details about a subject, content, skill, and objectives for a specific course. It includes schedule, assessment, assignment, and projects. You don't need to know the meaning of this, but you should know the difference. Because sometimes in match the following, you may get asked what is curriculum? Does curriculum match with this particular definition? Does syllabus match with this particular definition? So you have to know the key differences between these. Again, pretty easy. So, based on curriculum, what is the digital initiative for India? The National Curriculum Framework, right? The National Curriculum Framework for School Education 2023 is a key document guiding the implementation of the National Education Policy of 2020. Alright, it's pretty fact based, so not much for me to explain here. Let's just quickly look at the background. You can take a screenshot. Developed by National Council of Education Research and Training. So this is important that you'll have to take note of. It is released in August of 2023, covers the age between 13 to 18. So from this, all three are very important for you to remember. So what are its key features? Integrated framework. It is the first ever. Take note of this. Whenever there's first ever, longest, whatever it is, if it's the first, then you have to take note of. It is the first ever integrated curriculum framework for children from age 3 to 18. Why is it first? Because it is a comprehensive framework that has the foundational stage from 3 to 8 addressed as well. All right. So it is aligned with NEP 2020. This is what we know. Focus on learning outcomes, shifts emphasis from rote learning to achieving defined skills and knowledge through well designed courses. All right. Next, holistic development aims for the holistic development of children, including intellectual, social, emotional, and physical aspects. And it is flexible. So, pretty easy. There are few important key terms that I've circled, and you should take a note of this. Create flashcards in space revision if you keep forgetting. Blended learning. So, blended learning is a very up and coming topic of the current year. Because with the revolution of online teaching, especially during COVID time, blended learning has been the new norm. So you have to understand what is blended learning and the different types of blended learning. Blended learning is basically the combination of online teaching and traditional classroom. So the first type of blended learning is blended face to face class. A blended face to face class combines traditional in person classroom sessions with online components that students complete outside of class. So, first is face to face, and second is online learning. The face to face is used for interactions, hands on activities, while online materials provide additional instructions and resources. So, interactive and hands on for face to face, while assignments, additional instructions, then they do it online. Next, blended online class. A blended online class is primarily conducted online with occasional in person meeting for hands on exercises or project work, or synchronous online sessions to complement the online coursework. Next, we have flipped classroom. This is a very important term because a lot of questions have been asked from flipped classroom. In a flipped classroom, traditional learning structures are inverted. All right, traditional learning structures are inverted. Classroom time is then dedicated to applying the knowledge through interactive activities, problem solving, and discussion. So, let me give you an example. A high school math teacher assigns video lectures to be completed and few readings as homework. But during class, they work on problem sets. So the teacher is relying on you to complete this at home, and in the class, you do more of hands on practices. Okay, so that is flipped classroom. Next, we have the self blend model. The self blend model allows students to supplement their traditional schooling with online courses. Okay, this is usually done by students who want to take additional courses or credit courses that is outside the traditional schooling framework or syllabus, so that they accelerate their learning in specific subjects. For example, let's say I love economics, then I don't mind doing a outside course on behavioral economics, or something that maybe is not there in economics. So you take an outside online courses and you get credits based on that. A blended online course combines online teaching with a large audience such as Udemy, Coursera, right? Online course available to a large audience. edX, it's a very famous learning platform from where the first videos on behavioral science I learned from edX. So blended moc. Next we have the flexible mode course. A flexible mode course provides multiple ways for students to engage with the course content, including online, face to face options. So students have their own freedom to choose how they want to learn. There is one more that I missed out, which is the rotational model, which says that students rotating between different learning modalities such as online learning, face to face instructions, and group work based on scheduled timetable. So you have learning at some point, and then you go through online classes, and then you do your learning again based on a timetable. A small example of this would be SWAYAM. So now we spoke about credits, about transferring all these credits by doing it online, these courses. So now we have, based on this, the academic bank of credit. Let's understand this scheme. The ABC is a digital platform that stores information on academic credit. Let's say you learned something in Swayam and you want to use this credit. What can you do about it? You can store it in academic bank of credits earned by students throughout their higher education journey in India. It functions like a virtual bank account for your academic achievement. So it's like a single platform where you can add your courses, whatever additional courses you have, credits, so that you can easily transfer credits between institutions, and also internationally this is recognized. So it provides a verified record of academic achievement, offers more flexibility in educational pathways, and an initiative which is under development. So check it out whether this has completed or when it's set to complete. Some homework that you do and put it in the comments below. Or we'll discuss this in our WhatsApp group. Let's come to massive open online course. This is a very important topic because of the fact that this is a very trendy topic, the ability to learn anything anywhere through online sources. It is an online course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via the web. Massive open online course provide an affordable and flexible way to learn new skills, advance careers, and deliver quality education experience at scale. So what are some of the MOOC platforms we have in India? I'm not gonna go over all of these in this particular video because some of this will cover in ICT. So I'm gonna go through the important ones. We have IGNOU's National Digital Repository. We have Sakshat e-content. We have CBSE Siksha for 11 to 12. We have Vidya Vani for rural school IT integrations. We have Educational and Research Network, very important. We have EduSat for education via satellite, again an important topic. We have Consortium for Educational Communication, TVUs, important. We have Information and Library Network Center, InfibNet, important. We have EPG Pathshala, another important topic. Super duper important topic, SWAYAM. We have the IIT Bombay X, and we have NPTEL. Now, from this, I want you to see how many of you have actually used some of these. These are open, this is online, it's available to all of us at a very affordable price. So, just look back and see if you've ever used any of this to improve your own skills. The more curious you are about things when learning, the better you learn, and it's hands on practice. So go through some of the websites here, see what they offer. Maybe some of them could interest you. Maybe you can do a course on one of these. Swayam has an amazing collection of videos by IIM's professor, IIT professor, so check it out. First one, NPTEL. NPTEL stands for National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. It's a joint initiative. This is a very important term that you have to remember. And do remember for other initiatives as well, especially if it's to do with IITs. It's a joint initiative by Indian Institute of Technology and Indian Institute of Science, Most often than not, you get asked in match the following, or you might get asked when was it launched and the initiative. So do take care of this as well. It was launched in 2003. Its mission is to democratize education by providing free access to high quality courses in STEM field, enhance the quality of engineering education by providing teachers and students with access to content from some of the premier technical institutions. You know that a lot of professors from IITs and IISc teach in NPTEL. Bridge the gap between growing demand for skilled professional and the availability of qualified teachers. Very important topic, especially when there's a lot of jobless growth in India. NPTEL courses are available in the website. Do go and check it out. And the SWAYAM platform. So it's available. This is very important, again, available in both in this as well as SWAYAM platform. NPTEL boasts the world's largest repository. Okay, so the world's largest repository of video courses in engineering basic science is in NPTEL, with over 600 courses offered each semester. So NPTEL caters to a vast audience seeking to improve their knowledge and skills. Alright, so it's the largest. So this is a very important topic to remember. And when was it launched? And it's a joint initiative by who? And the full form as well. Next, we have IIT-BombayX. IIT-BombayX is a non-profit MOOC platform developed by Indian Institute of Technology Bombay. I think that's pretty much in the name itself. It offers a wide range of courses in various subjects, specifically catering to the Indian education system. Let's look at a closer look. IIT Bombay expertise. We have the knowledge, the professors doing online teaching. Course focus, course on engineering, science, management, and other disciplines aligning with the curriculum of IIT Bombay. So, if you want to know what kind of courses go on in IIT Bombay, then do check it out. And just look at the amount of information that is available for free for us. So, make the best use of it. Next, we have hybrid learning approach, which combines flipped classroom. Now, what was flipped classroom? I want you to remember online video lectures and live interactions with instructors. This is a key term. Course variety. So it has four different types of MOOCs. So let's see what are they. First is Edu MOOCs, enhance academic knowledge in different fields similar to IIT Bombay extension courses. Exec ed courses focus on professional development and skill building. So skill building is a quite a focus for India. So IIT Bombay X helps in that. SDG courses. SDG is Sustainable Development Goal courses, which addresses challenge related to sustainable development. Next, we have the Faculty Development Program, enhances teaching and learning skills for educator. So, if any of you here watching this video go on to become professors, then do check it out. And learning platform. IIT Bombay uses the open source platform which is called Open edX for delivering its courses. Now, sometimes this also asks. I remember there was a match the following on platform and the courses that it had. So it is Open edX. I hope you got it. It's pretty much fact based, so not a lot for me to teach you like what is what, because it's facts, right? So I want you to remember some of the key terms here. So again, like I told you, sometimes you get asked to match the following. So tools utilized for online platform. So for NPTEL, you use Builder, and it is created by Google in 2012. For MOOCit, and this is something that you'll understand in ICT, what is it? You use Drupal, written in PHP and hosted in Apache web servers. And for IIT Bombay X, it has OpenEdX, created by edX. Do check out this platform. It's like Udemy, Coursera, but it has quite an interesting professors teaching you a whole bunch of interesting topics. Next, we have SWAYAM, probably one of the most important topic in the entirety of NET paper 1. So SWAYAM, the full form, Study Webs of Active Learner for Young Aspiring Minds, is a government initiative, massive open online learning platform in India, launched in 2016. So the full form is important. When it was launched is important. by the Ministry of Education. It aims to provide free access to high quality educational resource to anywhere in India and the world. All right. Swayam, I've added some more notes in ICT and we'll go over Swayam one more time at that point. But let's go over it right now as well. Swayam offers courses in various disciplines including engineering, science, humanities, management, arts, school, and is available from 9 to 12 for school students as well. There are also vocational training. Accessibility. Anyone can enroll and it's free, but if you want a certificate and if you want to write an exam, for that you'll have to pay. It has quality content. Courses are developed and delivered by reputed institutions like IITs, IISc, IIMs. So it's a very important point again. And it's flexible learning. Offers self-paced learning, allowing students to learn at their own convenience. Like I had given example of before, it comes under flexible mode learning. Next, course format typically consists of video lectures, downloadable reading materials, and self-assessment tests. Swayam offers like paid certification, like I told you. If you want the certificate, then you have to pay for it for some courses. Passing these exams can provide valuable recognition and credits, which you can add in ABC, Academy Bank of Credit. Credit transfer, in some cases, credits earned in SWAYAM courses can be transferred to a student's academic program. So you can see all of them are related to each other. SWAYAM Prabha. So, what is SWAYAM Prabha? It is a group of 40 DTH channels devoted to telecasting of high quality educational programs on 24 into 7 basis using the GSAT 15 satellite. When I was writing my exam on 2021, I perfectly remember that this was the question asked, that what satellite was it used. Thankfully, I remembered. It was launched in 2017 by the Ministry of Education India. It aims to reach learners who might have limited internet access, particularly in remote areas. So it's a TV channel. So TV channel, direct to home. Content source similar to Swayam. The content of these channels are from reputed institutions like IITs, UGC, CC, IGNOU, and CRT. So again, important. Content focus. Swayam Prabha caters to various educational levels from class 10, 12, higher education, graduation, post graduation, and even professional and vocational training. Schedule and repetition. So each of them have at their own channel. When they are repeated is also there in the website, so you can go and check it out. It's free access. Anyone with DTH connection, that includes DD Swayam Prabha, can access this education content for free. So it offers 22 DTH channels, but most of the questions I've noticed here have come from what channel is number 1, what channel is 6, what channel is 10. So let's go through some of the important channels, the top 10 to be specific. So first under Swayam Prabha is Vagish, which is channel 1. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. Focuses on language and literature, offering content in humanities subject like English. So what you have to do is you have to remember what channel it is and what it focuses on, and also the name. Most often the name is given, but to be careful, do remember what channel, the name of the channel, and what content it provides. Okay. Next is Sanskriti, which is channel 2, dedicated to history, culture, and philosophy. This channel covers historical studies, cultural studies, and philosophical. Next, we have Prabodh, which is channel 3, centers on social and behavioral sciences, including sociology, political science, and related subjects. Next, we have Swarsat, which is channel 4, covers education and home sciences, focusing on pedagogical studies, psychology, home sciences, education. Channel 5 is Prabandhan, dedicated to information communication management studies. This channel provides content on business management, information science, and communication. Next, we have Vidhik, focuses on law and legal studies, offering educational material on legal principle, human rights, and legal system. Next, channel 8 is Aryabhat, covers physical and earth sciences, including subjects like physics, chemistry, and earth sciences. Then finally, channel 10. So 10, Dashk, We have specialized in applied science, delivering content related to engineering, technology, and applied science. And I know this can be hard to remember, so this is a mnemonics technique to help you remember. Very sage people share plans virtually around dharma. So V is Sanskriti, P is Prabodh, S is Saraswat. So I want you to remember like that. But also make sure what is Vedic. So you should be able to know if I say what is channel number 6. So you should be able to know it's Vedic and it's on law. And the last topic under teaching aptitude, we're finally here, instructional facilities. So I've divided this into three. First is audio instructional facility, and it's in the name itself. It's by learning through podcast, ebooks where you listen and learn, and other such sound based instructional facilities. Second is visual instructional facilities. Again, it's in the name itself, learning through visual aids like charts, graphics. And third, audiovisual instructional facilities, which is integrated with audio and visual technology for multisensory learning experience. So let's go. What are the instructional facilities into this? But before we go to that, let's also understand mind map because it comes under visual instructional aid. So mind map is a visual thinking tool that creates diagrams to represent ideas, tasks, concepts, and I'm like a huge fan of mind map because I use it for everything. I'll just give you a quick example. So this, when I start with this is like a mind map where I divide them into subtopics, and each subtopic also has another set of topics. So it helps you visualize that under teaching aptitude, what do I have? What do I have to study? So this is a mind map, and you can create mind map of anything. For example, if you're studying inflation, or even if you're studying teaching aptitude for this matter, like I just showed you, what are the effects of inflation? What are the policies to control inflation? What leads to inflation? So this is called mind map, where you branch out in different topics and it gives you a good visualization. So mind maps are used to organize information visually, making it easier to understand. So whenever you don't understand anything, try using mind maps. And some of the mind mapping softwares are a very up and coming topic that I've seen multiple questions of in the past years. MindMeister, these are all mind mapping softwares. Xmind, Miro, this is something that I use for all my learning. Coggle and MindNode. This is also a free software that you can use. Next, we have instructional facilities, which is visual instructional facilities like direct projections, which are slide and film projectors. Indirect would be overhead projections. Reflected projections would be opaque projector or epidiscope. There were a lot of questions surrounding this, that what type of instructional facility it is. So it is visual instructional facility. It is an optical projector capable of giving images on both opaque and transparent objects like smart classroom. Non-projected visual instructional would be chart, and there are different type of charts that you have to remember, which I've added in the notes. It's quite basic, it's just facts, so I thought you can just go through the notes. So all right, and the final topic under instructional facility is Dale cone of experience. So, what does Dale cone of experience say? Is how do we remember based on instructional facilities? Or so, first is you remember 10% of what you read. So, it's just 10%. Okay. Next, you remember 20% of what you hear. So, audio instructional facilities. If you view images, graphic, visual instructional facilities, you remember 30% of it. So, whenever you're teaching, you should be aware of these. Next, watching videos. You remember watching videos, exhibitions, watching a demonstration about 50% when you see and hear. When you practice, when you write, when you teach, you remember almost 70%. Participate on hands on work, design, collaboration, and when you actually do, when you're actually teaching and using all these facilities like slides, projectors, when it is used, then you remember 90% of it. So it always flows like this. So always try to see the practical application of things. That's why I always tell you that Whenever I teach you something like SWAYAM Prabha or SWAYAM, go to the website and see for yourself how it works. What are the different courses under SWAYAM? What does it use? So you'll remember more. If you use it, you remember. So Dale Kolnoff experience is basically that. Read here 20%, 30%, 50, 70, and 90. So hence with this we conclude teaching aptitude. So it's been just about a month that I've started posting videos for UGC NET paper 1, and the good thing about it is if you kept up with the flashcards and the notes, then by now you should start forming long-term memory for the topics of teaching aptitude, especially the first two topics, which is objective of teaching and teaching basics and concepts, like Socrative questioning. What was Socrative questioning? It's open-ended questioning. I know it at the back of my head. Let's do show answer. Yeah, it's challenges through open-ended questioning. So see, now I need to remember this only after 1.6 months, because it's in my long-term memory. I know it so well that I don't need to revise this. So my revision is automatically taken care of. What about effective domain levels? Do I know this or have I forgotten it? Let's say I forgot it. Then I can revise again immediately. Next, what is operant conditioning? It is positive and negative reinforcements and punishments. Now again, I know this by heart. So let's do here, and I need to revise this only after 22 days. So this is how my revision is already taken care of, and I don't need to spend a lot of time figuring out what I have to revise, what I don't have to revise. So in a month, I hope teaching aptitude is now in your long-term memory. Perfect. Even MCQs, if I know, then it can directly go into your long-term memory, which are associated with understanding. We've done this before. So renders facts in a, this is correct. Immediately, this is memory level of teaching. Explains, this is understanding level of teaching. Student interprets meanings, again understanding. So 1, 3, and 4. I know this by heart. Perfect. Now I have to remember this only after 1.8 months. So you get very quick at answering as well. So go to Space Revision and get started with your paper 2 and paper 1 as well, and it's for free. Or if you want the course that I've created, then you can buy from community courses.